What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you a Raiden Shogun guide because I know her banner is coming out soon and lots of people wanted to prepare for her, so here I am trying to show a video for Raiden Shogun. So let's hop right into it, but before we do that, remember to leave a like and subscribe, and if you want to see more of my content then make sure you leave a comment down below. And with that being said, let's hop right into it. So first, what we want to do, let's talk about her weapons. For free-to-play options, there's this weapon, that's good, but there's also the catch, which I haven't got yet because I'm kinda lazy to get the catch and fish all that much. But there's this as a free-to-play option, which is pretty good with its energy recharge. It's just substat does not do that much. I mean it's okay, but the catch is like way better. Catch is the free-to-play option, and this is also a free-to-play option. For whales and people who spend money on this game, there's the Engulfing Lightning, Raiden Shogun's signature weapon, and the Jade Cutter, or not the Jade Cutter, the Winged Spear. The Jade Wing Spear, and that's also good options for Raiden Shogun, as it's like her signature weapon. And the Formidable Jade Wing Spear gives like crit damage, or crit rate, which is like really good. Artifacts. As you might know by now, this is like the best set for many characters, and it's like one of the most farmed sets with the Shimenawa. And I think that domain is like one of the best. Like, here, I'll show you. Here. On the map, if you look, this domain is one of the most farmed domains. This domain is one of the most farmed domains, as it's one of like the best resin worked artifacts. Like, this is like good on like multiple characters like Fu Tao, Yoimiya, and then more. While this is like good on Zhang Ling, Jing Cho, Raiden Shogun. It's like good for many characters. So that's why this set is like really good. But as I was saying, Emblem set is the best for Raiden Shogun, as the 2-piece set gives 20% energy recharge, which is needed for her talents, as I will explain later in this video. And 4-piece set increases elemental burst damage with 25% of energy recharge. And a maximum of 75% damage bonus can be obtained this way. That means like, with more energy recharge she has, the more damage she'll do with her burst, which is like really cracked. I'll show you some of the artifacts I have, as they're not the best, but they're decent. There's this one I got. This is pretty good with the crit rate. I'm almost 10% crit rate, almost 50% crit damage. This is pretty good, and yeah, this is a pretty good one. But there's 2 times the HP attack. That's fine. And there's this one. This is a plume. 7% crit rate, 12% crit damage, and energy recharge, which is also a good substat. This is also a good one. Could be better if it rolled higher, but it's still really good. This one, okay. For the sands, you always want energy recharge, because that's the main substats for Raiden Shogun. So I got this one. Not the good substats, not that great. Elemental Mastery, you don't even need it that much. There's crit damage. I mean, it's not the best, but I have it. I have this one. It's an off-piece set. I just put the best one I had. Found an electro damage bonus yet, but what you want for this one is electro damage bonus. You did this one, but it's not even good, so I put it for Quick Ching. And so I just put 80k% for Raiden Shogun right now. Yeah, see, I don't have any electro damage bonuses. So once I keep farming this more and get electro damage, I'll automatically switch this one out, because this is not good. 80k is not good. You need electro damage bonus to make your damage go even higher. Okay, and for the crit damage circlet, this is what I got. It's fine. It could have been way better if you just rolled into like more crit rate and had an energy recharge substat, but it's fine. Constellations. So Constellations are mostly for whales, so if you're not going to go for C1 or any of the constellations, you just forget about this part and just skip to the talents part, because that's like the more important part. Okay, so just basically, when electric characters use their elemental burst, their resolve is increased by 80%. Which elemental types use their elemental burst, resolve gain is increased by 20%. I mean, this is fine, but you really don't need it that much. This is also really good because it debuffs your enemies when you use your burst by 60%, which is pretty good. So C2 is a pretty good one. C4, Musou Ishin state applied by secret R Musou Ishin as it expires. All party members, including Raiden Shogun, gain 30% bonus against ATK for 10 seconds. So this is like more of a one you want for support Raiden Shogun, but people are not going to build her to support and more like a sub damage dealer. Or like a burst damage dealer, which is pretty good. This is fine, but not for like DPS Raiden. This is also for your talent, which is good. And C6 is where it gets pretty good. While applied in Musou Ishin state applied by secret art, Musou Ishin attacks by Raiden Shogun that are considered part of her elemental burst will be increase all nearby party members, not including the Raiden Shogun herself. Elemental burst cooldown is by 1 second when they hit opponents. The effect can trigger once every 1 second and trigger a total of 5 times during Musou Ishin's duration. This is fine. This is not really needed. And C0 Raiden is really good for itself. So like one of the best ones are like C2, C3, and C5 are like talent upgrades, and C6 is also pretty okay. Now we're moving on to talents. There's a normal attack, which you don't really need to upgrade that much because you're not going to use her normal attack before her kit that much. And then we'll talk about the E skill. The Raiden Shogun unveils a shard of her Euthymia, dealing electro damage to nearby opponents and granting nearby members the Eye of Stormy Judgment. So what this basically does is basically when you use your E skill, it puts like a little ring above their head and then infuses their attacks and like adds to their attacks with electro, and then does like more. It just does damage to their enemies when you're attacking. So it's kind of like a support skill, but like it's really good, and if you build it correctly, you can do like sometimes like 6k, 10k damage, and this is just an offset, like on the side. It's like off field, so like you don't even need that much. Like you don't even have to worry about it that much, like staying on field. But basically, it will just make this burst way stronger when you have this on. This is pretty good too, and the AoE attacks happen every 9.9 seconds. So which is pretty good, and it's just an off-field skill, so it's yeah. And skill damage 187 could be better, or attack damage 57.2 could be better, but this is what's really good. This is what really good. 25%, 25 seconds duration, and the cooldown is 10 seconds. So you can just like infinite uptime if you just use the rotations right. And the skills by energy recharge, which is by 25%, which you'll have a lot of because you need lots of energy for Raiden Shogun. Musou Ishin, her burst is like really good because when you use her burst, she'll have an electro sword and then she'll do damage to that with electro damage. And with some of the passive talents, it'll make it really her damage like really high. And this is like the good part. This is why I crowned her. Musou no Hitachi base damage at level 10, 721%. This is like crazy. Like the damage multiplier is like really high, and then it just gets better and better. Like it's so good. But the bad thing about this is 90 energy cost. But it won't really matter because when you use her burst, you just keep her on field for most of the time. She'll generate all the particles back, and she'll have the burst back already, just on cooldown. Because when her energy recharge is high, that's what happens, which is unnumbered. One of the passive talents. When nearby party members gain elemental orbs or particles, Chakra Disintegrate gains 2 resolve stacks. This effect can occur every 3 seconds. So this is like basically just gets more resolve stacks and there's like more elemental orbs and regenerations. So and yeah, so it happens every 3 seconds, and it's an okay passive talent. This passive talent is the one that's pretty cracked though. Each 1% above 100% energy recharge this Raiden Shogun possesses grants her 0.6 greater energy restoration for Ishin and 0.4 electric damage bonus. You don't understand how crazy this is because if you see my Raiden Shogun, 256.7%, and so from above 100 to 156.7% energy recharge. if you do the math here, this is how much extra electro damage she'll have. 62.68% electro damage increase. So like if I had my electro damage goblet, it would be over 100 easily, and that will just make her damage even higher. And this passive talent is just like so great. When you're ascending swords and pole arms, the Mora is halved, and then it's just good for. It's a good passive talent to have. For like the talents, you'll need this, which only happens on Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I'm recording this on a Monday, so yeah, I can't farm today. But I have 6 of them, and then these are just usually with resin. You only have 1 of them, and then you get them from Nobushi, and if you just use the adventurous handbook thing, and then you find enemies, like navigate from the enemies, and then you can farm these easily. And Signora boss, I don't have any of these because I just use my dream solvents and transfer it to another material, but you need this. It's not that hard, and you just gotta fight Signora boss a couple of times and get enough for that. Some of the ascension materials you'll need is these electro gems. They're for each one. And then this one, you'll find a lot of these on Sarai Island. Like one of the best places to farm them would be right here, and you just go all around this area. Look at my mouse. Just all around this area, around the boss at the bottom. There's like plenty of these around here, and you can go to other people's worlds and get them. Like just like right here, there's like around 20 to 30 of these, and you can farm them really easily. And here's also the boss. This also drops one of these, and the storm beads, you'll need these. They're 10 manifestations. You can get 2 to 3, and yeah, 40 resin. It's not self-explanatory. And then as I said before, you'll need more of these, so you gotta have a lot of these for talents, and once you finish the session, you don't have to worry about these anymore, so that's that. And yeah, she scales by energy recharge. Yeah, she scales by energy recharge. And I can level her up, but it's a waste to pass by level 90. It's a waste to upgrade after level 90. It's not really needed, but once you ascend it, it's fine. So that's my Raiden Shogun build guide, and if you want more guides or other Genshin content, then make sure to stay tuned and subscribe and like this video, as I'll post more content from Genshin. I'll see you guys in the next video.